experience was we didn't know anything about the city, and so we used his sort of experience living here to show us like different neighborhoods and talk to us about where, you know, different parts that had amenities we were looking for, like parks and access to the greenway. And so, yeah, Aaron did a really great job sort of driving us around and saying, let's go look at this house, let's go look at this house. We didn't really have a sort of hard and fast rule of, you know, 3-bedroom, you know, blah, 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 like a lot of people do have. And so we looked at a lot of stuff. We looked at things in Raleigh Court. We looked at stuff in Northwest. We looked at stuff in Northeast. We looked at stuff in Southeast. We looked at stuff in Bocina. And we eventually landed in the Morningside neighborhood. So just between like 9th and 13th up by Jackson Park.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an interesting area. In fact, I sold a house up there, and I hold the record for the house that has sold the most up there, and I had no idea it was going to happen. A nurse had remodeled it. It has an electric gate in the back to go in.
Wow.
Yeah, you'd have to check it out. It's on Murray.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a neat neighborhood. And so your realtor, when you first came in, so he drove you around the neighborhoods, and then you found a realtor.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Yep. And so, and so we ended up, it was a for-sale by owner, so it was not your typical transaction. The owner lived in Lynchburg, and what was great about, and this just speaks to Roanoke in general, was that we were able to buy our house with cash because it was so affordable and just amazing, and we were super happy. We stayed in it for a little over 2 years. And
did you do anything to it?
We did, yeah. So we did not a full remodel, but we did a bathroom remodel, redid the floors, you know, their original hardwood, painted the interior. We put a nice deck on the back, cleaned up the landscaping.
Did you do this while you were living there?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So we stayed in the house, did the remodel while we were there. Really enjoyed the house, and we got pregnant, and we said, holy smokes, we need more room. So
gotcha. Now, so you did the remodeling. What was your favorite part that you remodeled on the house? Was it the deck? Was it the kitchen?
Yeah, by far the deck. The deck and the floors. The floors just really made the house.
I know the floors in a house, when you walk in, when they're redone, I mean, I love them.
Yeah.
There's really good energy about it, and the ones that aren't redone, you're thinking, hey man, you need a facelift.
Yeah.
So did it help you sell your home and get a little bit more for it?
Yeah, absolutely. We were very happy with what the sort of turnover was on what we made on the house.
What was that time frame? So you moved in and
we moved. Yeah, we bought in March of 17 and we sold in August of 19.
All right, gotcha. And then sold for a decent amount more because of the remodeling. So you got more than what you put into it.
Absolutely, yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I want to hear. So then you find a realtor this time because, you know, there's no such thing as a for sale by owner realtor. And by the way, if you have a for sale by owner, I can make you more money if you come see me. You wouldn't believe the pictures people take of their houses.
It's pretty awful.
Yeah. Plus you get more exposure too. If you can't see it, you can't buy it.
Yep.
All right, so then you find a realtor, right?
And there's a great story behind that too. He came in to Downshift, bought a bicycle from us, and got, just because we like to connect with our customers, got into a conversation. Turned out he was a realtor, asked him about it, and said, hey, we're in the market for buying a house. And, you know, do you want to represent us? And he said, absolutely. And another great experience with that.
Okay, gotcha. So how many houses did you look at?
Probably.
Or did you have the neighborhood picked out?
No, and so we were sort of searching again. So again, we didn't really have a set. Well, we had a pretty strict criterion, which was challenging to find. So we had, what we wanted was separated living because we wanted the grandparents to be able to come and stay comfortably. So we wanted a large backyard with a garage and separated living with, you know, kitchenette, bedroom, bathroom. And that, it's sort of hard to find in Roanoke because you have a lot of older houses where all the bedrooms are upstairs, you know, and they either don't have a fenced-in yard or they have big fenced-in yards and they're out of the city. And so it's just difficult to find something like that.
Yeah.
So we ended up, you know, finding where we are right now.
Did it take you a little while?
It did. It actually took us probably close to 6 months. I mean, we weren't super hot at first, but like when baby was, you know, more imminent.
Oh yeah.
We were definitely starting to think about it more. So.
Did you fix up your house here now at all? Or?
We really bought it kind of turnkey. The only thing we've done so far is do some landscaping, but the interior we pretty much have left untouched.
Yeah, we had to find an in-law suite because my mother-in-law lives with us.
Yeah.
And, you know, so, which was new to me.
Yep.
And so she goes, and check this out, she puts a kitchen in downstairs. There's no kitchen, so she goes, I'm going to put in a kitchen. I was like, well, go for it, because you just increased the value of my home by putting in a fridge, a stove, a sink. And then she puts in one of those chair lifts.
Awesome to get up the stairs.
Yeah. And then the baby gets on that.
Yeah.
So you have to bring yours over when he gets older. All right, so you move into your home, and what a unique neighborhood you're in.
Yeah.
You know, I find it so different up there, and also when you come up to the top of the steps, you know, you have the view right there as well.
Right. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, seeing the just like it's cool because you get great views of downtown. You have you're still in the city limits, and so.
But it doesn't feel like it.
No, it really doesn't. I mean, the yards are big. The houses are separated. You've got privacy. I can still bike commute to work every day. I mean, shoot, I ran to work today. Like, I mean, it's just it's such a cool spot.
Yeah, we're talking the 24015 zip code, which is one of my favorites in Roanoke, and so you run and you bike.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right, gotcha. All right, so. Now back to Downshift. What is your mission here?
Yeah, so our mission is to get more people onto bicycles. And so really what that means for us is using bikes for everyday life. And so not necessarily, you know, your typical sort of spandex, athletic, performance riding.
Yeah, my wife makes fun of those shorts, by the way. Because sometimes when it's hot, I'll just wear the spandex. I won't wear a top. I like the sun.
Yeah, no,
and she's like, "Oh, you look like a fruitcake."
Well, see, to avoid that, really, what we're trying to sort of push here is to be able to use your bike for everyday stuff. So, like, get on your bike, ride to work, get on your bike, take your kids to school, get on the bike, go to Kroger, get on the bike, you know, go to the coffee shop. Like, just basically replacing your vehicle with daily trips with your bicycle. I mean, granted, we support, you know, people who are athletes and the performance side of cycling as well. They're definitely friends of the shop, and we have cycling teams, and we're definitely into that as well. But really, the mission for Downshift and the reason why we're downtown is to get more people to use bikes in place of vehicles.
Gotcha. So, and the neat thing, let's talk about that. Hey, go take your bike to Kroger. You make accessories that will hold groceries.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
Yeah. So they have racks that you can put on the bike. I mean, there's trailers, there's dedicated cargo bikes that you can throw hundreds of pounds of stuff in that have electric motors on them and can help you pedal. Yep.
That's cool.
Yep.
And it's good for the environment too. Now you have. I walked in, I saw you have the electric bike. How does that work?
So right now, most of the legislation in Virginia allows for 3 different classes of electric bikes. Class 1 has a pedal assist, so there's no throttle. Class 2 will have a throttle, and Class 3 will not have a throttle, and they all have different sort of speed limits associated with that. The first 2 are 20 miles an hour, the third one is 28 miles an hour. So you basically get assistance up to 20 or 28 miles an hour from an electric motor.
So do you pedal it to get it going?
Yep.
And then you just take your foot off the pedal and
you don't even have to. You can still, depends on the bicycle. The ones with the throttle, you can just use the throttle. The ones that are pedal assist, you have to pedal in order to have the assistance work for you. But the assist levels can be such that if you have a steep hill, like coming up, you know, going up Mill Mountain.
You can go up Mill Mountain in it.
Yeah, and just like, it's really easy. And it makes it.
Plug it in?
Yep. It's a plug-in just like a cell phone, you know, it's a standard wall charger. Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's really, really
I mean, you could ride to Charlottesville with that.
Yeah, they're amazing.
That's wild. Yep. So do you rent bikes?
We, well, it depends. That's a sort of an interesting question. I mean, in theory, we do. Right now, because of COVID, we're not. When the regulations change in terms of group sizes and events, we'll probably resume our rentals. And so we have a fleet of e-bikes that we do for rentals around here.
Gotcha. And so you work on the bikes. You have tons of different bikes. You've got 3 different spots in one location. I'm on the roof right here. I feel like suntanning up here. I mean, I love getting sun. My wife thinks I'm crazy. And I've got a little bit of Cherokee Indian in me. Maybe it's the coffee making me talk. And then you've got your bike shop, and then you've got the pit where you work on the bikes.
Yep.
So let's talk about that. I'm drinking delicious coffee right here, and you have beer.
Yeah.
So let's talk about both. Let's start with the coffee. Where do you get that from?
So Roasters Next Door is a local roastery down in Wasena. So Stefan and his crew roast our coffee for us. They're amazing to work with. So they source, you know, organic coffee, free trade coffee.
Oh, wow.
They do a custom blend for us, and fantastic locally roasted coffee that's available hot. And then we also have a nitro that they make for us. So we have a nitro cold brew as well.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I would have probably gotten a gallon of that.
So really, really good coffee. You know, we have full espresso bar, lattes, cappuccinos, all that stuff too.
Do you like coffee a lot?
I do, yeah. I drink coffee every day, at least twice a day.
Yeah, same here. Like I'll drink it around 3:30.
Yep.
We've got a French press.
Yeah.
And then sometimes that'll be left over, and I'll add that to like a shot of espresso or something.
Yep.
All right, and then you have beer too.
Yeah.
Tell us about your brews.
Yeah, so we have 6 regional craft beers on draft at all times, and those vary depending on the season. So typically we tend not to have repeats as many, unless we have a real popular one. We'll get new stuff in all the time, and we sell in 6th barrels, so the kegs are small, and so the turnover is pretty fast.
Oh, so you sell a keg out of here?
Well, it's not the keg that we sell, but the keg of beer that they're in is a smaller volume, and so the beer cycles through really quickly.
Gotcha.
And so if you were to come in on Monday, there's a good chance that by the next Monday it'd be a different beer. You know, they'd have new stuff. So if you're interested in trying new beers, we've got a lot of different stuff on.
Yeah. So as I'm looking at the bike shop when I have driven by here in the past, what do you all do? Do people go out for like large rides together? Like, what's a large ride? Is it 20 people and then they come back? Hey man, let's have a couple beers.
Yeah. So back again, pre-COVID, we would have group rides that would leave from here, and we would do a Monday night shop ride that would be 13 miles. We'd come back.
Where do you go? What's
we
your route?
do like it's essentially the Greenway, but we go like down Campbell to Norwich, down into Bridge Street, get on the Greenway, do the full Greenway into like Wise Avenue, and then Wise to Campbell, then back. So
is Wise over there near Vinton, where it goes over the bridge?
Yep, exactly.
I love that bridge.
Yeah,
right there.
it's a super nice ride, and it's beginner friendly. It's no drops, which means like any speed level, any fitness level is welcome. You won't get left behind. We've always have somebody behind to make sure everybody gets back.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, we have taco specials afterwards because we have our kitchen.
You have tacos?
Yeah, we do food. I mean, it's the real deal here.
Oh my gosh!
So
I love tacos.
Tacos are on Monday nights after the rides. But yeah, we've typically had between 15 and 40 people on these rides. I mean, they get big in the summer and springtime when it's nice out.
What time's a ride start?
Ride starts at 6 on Mondays. They won't happen again until after June 10th, but and that depends on the regulations. Right now, we're limited to 10 people, so we're canceling them for right now. But and then Saturdays during the summer, we'll have rides in the mornings, and so the rides on Saturdays will be more intermediate advanced road bike rides. And so the routes for those will change. The ride leaders for those will change.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
How far does Saturday's ride go?
Between probably 20 and 50, just depending on the route. With some with light elevation, some with major elevation. So, you can get rides that are really aggressive and some that are just a little bit more casual.
And so do you have people come in here every morning and get coffee? Like they just sit here and chill?
Yeah. Things have changed since the regulations have been in place with restaurants. We just opened up the rooftop for phase 1. So now people can hang out, which is good because it is kind of a nice place to just chill. But yeah, pre-regulations, we would have people come in for breakfast, come in for coffee, sit at the bar, stop in on their way to work or on their way home, grab a growler, beer, and go home. 6-pack to go kind of a thing.
Yeah, that's awesome. So if people want to find out more about Downshift, if they want you to come to their house and pick up their bike, how do they find out more
There's
info?
2 ways to do that. So the easiest way is to go on to downshiftbikes.com, and then under the service tab of the website, there's a book appointment, and you can pay for one of our 3 levels of tune-up. There's the basic, the annual, and the overhaul. That will allow you to choose a time, and then that time is when we'll come and grab the bike.
Gotcha.
That's the easiest way. The other way, if you're a little bit more Gen X or millennial, you can go on to Instagram and Facebook and actually message us that way and do a create appointment, and then you can actually book through the Facebook and Instagram messaging as well.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, perfect. Steve Ambrose with Downshift Bikes here on the Roanoke Real Estate Podcast. Man, this has been awesome today. Is there anything else you want to let people know?
Not really. I mean, it's great. We'd love to see more people getting into riding and stuff, now that the greenways are open and now that kind of the rules around, being outside and active are a little bit more relaxed. Yeah, get out there and enjoy the sun.
All right, perfect, man. I appreciate you being on the show
Absolutely.
today.
Thanks, Frazier. Yeah.
What an awesome interview from the rooftop of Downshift, handcrafted bikes and brews and coffee. Downtown Roanoke, 416 Campbell Avenue. Make sure you go see Steve and say hi to him. They've got awesome food too, and they take great care of their customers. Like he said, they come and pick up your bike from your house, and he just loves Roanoke and moved here from Alaska. I think everybody should move to Roanoke. Hey, thanks again for listening to the Roanoke Real Estate Podcast today, and if you'd like to be a guest on the show, talk about your business, your costs, feel free to reach out to me, the Frazier Hughes Experience Realtor on Facebook, Hughes or Lose. on Instagram, and I even got on TikTok here recently to show off some of my crazy moves. And I hope that you just have an awesome day today. No matter what you're going through, just remember to stay positive and push ahead. And if you're having a hard time, things are temporary. The housing market is hot here in Southwestern Virginia, and I'm going to help you when it comes to selling and